Got it.
There we go. Got it. All righty. Islam, peace, and love. Peace, peace, peace. To ye all beautiful people. Happy Moon Day. Happy Monday to ye all. And we'd like to thank you and also welcome you for joining another Intuition Monday with Seven Hill Star. I am Brother Sean Aleem L, and you already know that all is well. And sometimes the bros, call me Appalachian. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. But bro, could you assist me with that, bro? What was that other Appalachian?
Braveheart, Braveheart. Always fun.
Fun. And I am here with my bro, and he is.
Alrighty, y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Gazio Hey, here in Morocco at northwestern Mexico. How are you? Guys, welcome to our Intuition Monday for New Moon in Virgo, right? The Virgoan New Moon. Hey, yo, to you, Brother Sean Islam.
Indeed. So yeah, we're about to just get right into it for this Virgo new moon. Brother Hassan will be starting us off. And if this is your first time seeing Intuition Monday, we take one chart, slice it up into 12 slices of pie, and we go around, what's called Earth, right? So Brother Hassan will be doing houses 1 through 3, 7 through 9, and I'll be doing 4 through 6 and 10 through 12. Right? So, yes, Seven Hill Star is the only astrology firm actually giving global testimonies on, different ingresses or new moons or full moons, and has been, I think it'd be almost like 2 sun cycles in November, close to that, somewhere around that. So,
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, sunset. Islam, Brother Derek. Peace and greetings to you, beloved.
Oh yeah, peace, brother. Right. So yeah. So we're gonna get right into it. But if y'all already know, join us tomorrow, House of Reawakening Minds. We're on there with Dr. G. We're going over Reiki, the body, and astrology. So you don't want to miss out for that. And we'll be launching, our self-healing and community building workshop that will be occurring on September 23rd. And we'll go 4 Saturdays. I think that's till about October either 13th or 14th. So y'all definitely don't want to miss out on that. And just tomorrow's live is like an introduction as what we'll be going over and actually kind of like why. So make sure y'all definitely share, join, like, and let your loved ones know. And if one is really serious about, being on the healer journey and, doing things in their local community and globally, we expect, y'all should want to show up. And with no worry, y'all should want to show up. If y'all serious and really about the things that y'all talking about, we will see y'all there. So, let me see, make sure I got everything on Pizzlink right here. Okay, cool. So let me hit the screen share. Where we at? Damn, boom. Astro Go. Hey, why is it not sharing? Screen share is loading.
Okay. It's loading.
There we
go.
I
see it.
There
we go.
There we
go. Islam, man. All righty, guys. So I am kicking it off today, as Brother Sean said, for houses 1, 2, and 3. Right. I also have 7, 8, and 9. Right. So that means I get to speak of when the sun is in its joy in the 9th house and when the moon is in its joy in the 3rd, because this is a solar lunar conjunction, right? That's what a new moon is. It's a partile conjunction between sun and moon, right? So with that being said, guys, happening in the 1st house, right? Some signal things going on here, man. Me and Brother Sean were looking at it, and we noticed that the sun and moon conjunction here, this new moon is taking place just 2 minutes separating from a fixed star called the nebula, right? Some software will show the nebula at 21 degrees, 56 minutes. It's appearing retrograde, and interestingly, as Brother Sean has here, the nebula, which I think it kind of reverses some of the energy pertaining to that, or it internalizes for you guys the energy pertaining to the nebula. It's a fixed star at about, some software say 21 degrees Virgo, 56 minutes. Some would say 21 degrees, 57. However, what we see here with this new moon, we know is the fresh beginning, synodically speaking. And what's synod? That's when you are seeing this alignment between sun, moon, and earth, right? So those are your synodic cycles. So in this particular synodic beginning, the sun and moon are conjunct in nebula. The nebula, in the simplest terms, is like you win. However, you may lose it if you make some not so good decisions, or you do something disgraceful, or it's a possibility that some natural forces occur for you to be in despair, or some things like that, just to give a few of the key terms. Brother Sean will give some others. However, with it happening in the fourth house here, guys, I would definitely say it will probably be best for those near the Capricorn zone. And that's, obviously Brother Sean has Adin Yemen, right? Adin is how it would be pronounced, but some people will say Aden Yemen. So for this particular region, not just including near the Aden Corporation, but all others that are within that Capricornian slice pertaining to the Earth plane, Asha, or Earth, for those that just need to hear the word Earth. In this particular region, though, it will probably be, it'll probably behoove the people to really think about how they go about saving their energies. You come across some type of resource in abundance, make sure you do your best to ration it appropriately, or you come across some boon of, like, I don't know, it could be a boon of gold, a boon of other types of finances, and which means, a great deal of something good, so to speak. What you don't want to do is get ahead of yourself and make the kind of decisions where you think it's always and forever, and then forget the fact that it's a possibility that it could run out, not just due to its overuse, but due to not being wise about rationing it out, or being able to take your time and utilizing it. So what I like to say here, when it comes to, foreign affairs between different people, maybe even different so-called nations, it would probably be best to just be clear that even if there's a shared opportunity between one another to, give, maybe even isolate some things for the people at large. Maybe it's two separate nations interacting with one another, so to speak, so-called nations. Even nations is a bit of an illusion, because everybody's just one on the planet. However, that's when they get to that metaphysical comprehension and get out of, sense consciousness. However, with that being said, I think it would be best for the Capricorn zone, for the people to be able to get a new start in making sure they're being very wise and very thoughtful and forward thinking in how they're going to go about sharing their energies with others, so that everyone, all the people, the nations itself, can be able to benefit appropriately without any regrets. And with that, I yield the floor. We're going to move next to the Sagittarius zone, where the sun and moon will be conjunct within the second house. All righty. And again, guys, this is happening on this September 15th for the Capricorn zone and the Sagittarius zone. As you'll see, when we get like around the Virgo zone, it'll be like on the 14th September. However, adjust your time zones accordingly. And this is near the Luena, Angola, where this is taking place, about 0200 hours, 39 minutes, and 48 seconds, right? Usually CET means like Central European time, right? Usually, right? Or EET would be Eastern European time. However, With that being said, as we're looking at this, with this happening in the second house, and I think there's some leadership that will probably be given some type of communication about some form of foreign affairs benefit. However, I think it would behoove the people that may count on that communication from some type of leader to be able to ask all the pertinent questions to make sure that they are not getting into something that they'll regret about at the most 6 months later, right? And if it's really tied to finances and things of that nature, I think the people, it would be best for them to make sure that whatever, so-called money or other resources that they gain from that, what they'll be able to do is really budget appropriately, so that in case there's anything that pops up, you'll be able to allow yourself to not have the pressure that's going to come possibly from someone either asking for those resources back. So it would probably be best to allow yourself to have those resources and obtain those resources where you can have them within your own storehouse and not still connected to some electronic storehouse, so to speak, whether it's like a so-called bank account or anything like that, if it's dealing with finances pertaining to said communication. Because what will happen is people will see and probably feel that, what was ever communicated wasn't really healthy as far as this presentation, and may feel tricked based on the psychology pertaining to the presentation of whomever the said leader is. And with that being said, I think paying attention to the details, to whatever is presented to the people by whatever so-called corporate leader, would really assist the people in the long run. And with that, I yield the floor. We're going to move on to the Scorpio zone, where this is taking place in the third house, which is the moon's joy. Third house is where the moon has its joy. And here in the Scorpio zone, still happening on the 15th September 2023. This is near Robertsport, Liberia. All righty. It's giving us the universal time for this one, 0100 hours, 39 minutes, 48 seconds. And in the third house is where this is taking place, right? So I even think too, for this particular area where it's happening in the third house, it would be good to focus on children. If there's anything that's a presentation pertaining to children or things of that nature, let's say it's some children in the school, it's a school play, make sure the principal, like the leader of a school is called a principal, make sure they're being fair to the children, and make sure that everyone who is participating locally, they have their child participating, make sure that it's kind of fair. I feel like there's going to be something that pops up where maybe there are two beings that think their child deserves a particular part, but one being's child is, probably buddy with the principal, and that particular, child's quote unquote mother or father, they're the ones that's buddy with the principal. However, that particular child does not have the quote unquote talent that the child of some other beings who are not that close with the principal or whoever is in charge of not just the school, but maybe even the school production of some play. That child may be actually better equipped. So it'd probably be, I think if there's a meeting that takes place here, all right, to be able to, be fair in pointing out what is actually best, not only for the children's mindset and psychology, however, what's also best to have a really great presentation to show the efforts of everyone involved, from the students to the faculty. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor to our beloved brother, in whom we are well pleased, Brother Sean Aleem El Islam.
Islam. Let's move on to the Libra zone. We in the Libra zone. Hey! Hey! All right, so yeah, we're here for the new moon in the Libra zone, and this will be occurring September 14th on the Thursday, on the Thursday, and this will be about 2200 hours, 39 minutes, 48 seconds, or 10:39 post meridian, and we are near southeast, Brazil. All right, so would you look at this? We've got the new moon occurring in the fourth house. So Luna's with some acts of accidental dignity here, right? And as Brother San was speaking on the fixed star De Nebula, or De Nebula. De Nebula sounds a lot better. However you pronounce it, tomato, right? What's that? And this is occurring in the fourth house of the home. And we also got the vertex here as well in this tight conjunction. So what I can really just say here is there's going to be a shift in the home. So maybe someone maybe someone's loved one's about to become famous or coming to some kind of preferment or some kind of honors. But as Brother Hassan was stating earlier, it's just best to allow this to come in, but know that it can be lost if one doesn't know how to properly maintain it. And how can one maintain the success or this honor or this opportunity that's, meeting someone could bring? Look at that vertex, which is, at a Scorpion degree, and it's also Mercury that's at a Scorpion degree. So there's a sense of inheritance dealing here. So be fair. So maybe someone's about to come into, I want to say like some land. This is all non-statutory. This ain't, for no business opportunities, as some would like to describe land or real estate, coming in some kind of treasures or gems. And it's best just to stay organized with the details. Maybe start studying law, studying law, or, things that are just foreign to you, so that one knows how to protect and keep their assets, their finances, their energies, and all these other things safe. And Mercury is also ruling over that first house at 9 degrees Gemini. So it's a lot of Scorpio and Sagittarius energy here going on. So it's best to be open to what's hidden. And let's see, Uranus is definitely in the 12th. So yeah, there's a lot of shifts and changes to the home life and how one sees things. Maybe a change going on. So it's best to really take your time with things and not to just act out or do something that one might regret later just because they are willing to do anything no matter what it takes. And that's what a fixed star De Nebula will be one's fall. So yeah, one might rise up or get these things, but as quick as they rose, it'd be the same. It'd be quicker that they fall. And so be courageous and striving for the beauty in one's mindset, and putting that out there for the people. At 9 degrees Gemini. Let me see. So yeah, it's a lot of changes to self that's occurring. So really just be open to that. Maybe we could see a couple maybe getting married or partnerships, but with Mercury retrograde, I would say hold off on actually going through with the marriage or proposing, and just give it a little bit of time. Because getting married in this time, the communication will not be on point, with the Mercury retrograde. But realize that one can elevate by being with a partner or doing the matrimony, what they would call marriage. But I would say don't get you a marriage license certificate. Do that yourself. You don't have to involve the state in your private affairs. You don't have to give them command over yourself and your children. You don't need no preacher to sell you out as well. Find someone that's honorable to do your vows and everything for you without having to include outside energies. All right. Keep everything in your home life. Keep everything private. Handle your affairs. With that, I yield the floor. So now we're gonna move on back to Virgo zone. All right. And we are now in the 5th house. So we got sun and moon here. We know in the 5th. Now the sun is definitely has the accidental dignity as the sun loves, rules the 5th. All right. So 5th house, this is about creativity. So with this, for those who have any projects going on, creative projects, whether it's painting, whether it's serving, training, marketing, any things of those matter. We look at the 6th house cusp, which is on 8 degrees Libra, and we look at Venus. Venus is, is 11 houses away. So maybe this is all about, taking some training classes. This is what's coming to mind. Maybe someone's about to go, back to school to learn how to draw, or maybe they're putting their children in some kind of program to help assist their talents that they have, that they've been recognizing and see. And Venus is also ruling over that 1st house as well, which is at 27 degrees Taurus, which is a Gemini degree. So this is all about communicating letters. So maybe someone's about to write a letter to maybe apply for a grant or get some kind of loan to go back to school. And 27 degrees is literature. So, or maybe even reading or understanding some literature or putting together their own literature. But with that fixed star nebula, make sure that one is doing that literature to benefit the people. Doing something to try to benefit yourself in your own pockets. Once again, you might get the honors that you quickly seek, but that'll, be gone out the door as soon as one doesn't enjoy that. So make sure one being of service for the people and not, dealing with self intent. And Mercury is ruling over this new moon. So this is about planting seeds. So any details that one has been in, looking over, it's all happening within. So keep that journal and make sure that one is really clear on what they want for themselves or what they would like to see. And yeah, relay the BB 27 and 8. Yeah, it's a lot of Scorpio, Sagittarius energy. So maybe someone's about to get some kind of opportunity to do some long distance travel. I know I was talking about schools and all that. So maybe someone either just went somewhere foreign, like somewhere to what they call Spain now, or what they call Africa, which is Alkiba line, to go do some study at school. Or maybe someone's able to come here. We're near Alfrecha, Vermont. So maybe someone's coming foreign, come over here to northwestern Mexico, what they call the United States, to do some foreign studies. So be open to things, guys, and really let that transformation that's occurring or the things that are hidden showing themselves, let it transform you. Don't fight it. All right, with that, I yield the floor. So now we're going to Leo zone. We're headed to the West Coast, to the west side of things. All right, so now we are here at Albuquerque, New Mexico. Looky. All right, guys. So 6th house, right? 6th house of service, health, fitness, pets, with this new moon. So if one has been actually, working out, taking their health serious, it's an opportunity to, just reflect on that and make any necessary changes and improvements. And really don't. Well, they always say shadow. So maybe we're going to see a lot of shadow work or things occur in this New Mexico zone. right? Ascendant at 3 degrees, 14 minutes, Aries. So yeah, it's best to really see the leader within yourself, and that those that have been raised to power and leadership, to hold them to their contracts, to their oaths that they took, to do for the people. You know, it's not best to, kind of fantasize about it or act like they're really doing something. Hold them to it. And if beings are not doing what they should, then get them out of there. People can remove them from office. Look up in your, not only your local codes, but your state codes as well. If beings aren't doing what they're supposed to do, get them out of there. And if you didn't see, I remember what presentation that was we did, bro, where we was talking about how the judge got skinned. But go check that video out. Because beings think, things are so things actually happen to them. So with that fixed star, the nebula, that honors and preferment or disgrace, again, someone's gonna be disgraced. Things are gonna come out that they thought would never come out. It makes me think of like the moon card, right? 18, the moon card, hitting things, or it's hitting enemies. So beings that thought that those in government and these positions of power, quote unquote, were really for them, I think they'll really see that they've been against them the whole time, robbing them of their energy, robbing them of their home. So be open to the things that are foreign. And that's studying law, civics, and jurisprudence, looking at this astrology, looking at your own constitution, and then enforcing the constitution. And really standing on that. And with Mars ruling over the ascendant in the chart, Mars is in the 7th. So as being the change one wants to see, it's being humanitarian, being more about the people, the community, the world, rather than just one own private gains and intents. And if one's in partnership, this could be really, beautiful, working with your partner, maybe getting some assistance with some details or some art or some sort, and bringing justice to those that need, that truly need it and need assistance, fighting for those who don't even realize they're participating in involuntary servitude, that they don't realize that the delays that they're experiencing, the reason why the communities are how they are, is beings are being vampiric when it comes to the energy, finances, land, and resources that's being occupied by a foreign government, quote unquote, foreign people. So it's best to be courageous and stand up and really get to understanding the laws and being clear. Because if you don't know, you don't know, right? It's kind of fire. If you don't know, then then how are you gonna know what to do, or right? How are you gonna know what rights do you have if you don't know? If you're expecting someone else who has taken an oath to not really be for you, kind of like the attorneys have their first allegiance is to the court. So guys, get into the details, get your astrology rating, show up to the jurisprudence gym, and really get to knowing for yourself, what these things are and what they're not. And with that, I yield the floor to my bro.
Islam, taking on to the Cancer zone, guys. So this will be taking place in the 7th house, where the new moon will be occurring. Alrighty, our solar lunar conjunction there in the Cancer zone, and it's on the 14th, September 2023, for this particular region at the Yakutat, Alaska. Hey, what's up with you guys near Alaska, right? Which is way above 45 degrees north latitude. So that's why those houses are looking like how they're looking. Normally, when you have a chart that's between 0 degrees to 23 degrees north or south latitude, you focus, the ascendant is what you would rely on more. the sweet zone between, just giving a balance as far as looking at where the vertex is and where the ascendant is, between 23 degrees north or south latitude to about 45 degrees north or south latitude. Once you get beyond 45 degrees latitude, though, and it's just if anyone, out there's like, well, hold on, how is Sagittarius on the 10th, 11th, and 12th houses? Usually when you have those extreme latitudes above 45 degrees, whether north or south latitude, you would normally, it's kind of best sometimes to just put vertex on the 7th. That's just kind of what it is. Like even when, when Brother Sean was like, hey, there's a vertex there in the 4th. It's just because where, the location that we had chose for that particular portion, as far as this presentation overall is concerned, the vertex usually is going to just stay in the west side of the chart. But usually when you have these higher latitudes, though, normally, without us getting too technical, we would just put vertex on the 7th and just use the anti-vertex, because when the higher north you go, there is no east or west. Everything's just south, right? However, near Yakutat, right? Which is, we can see, is at 59 degrees north latitude, 32 minutes, 49 seconds, right? We can still be able to go in on this, though. It's happening in the 9th house, right? We utilize in this chart here, right? So that's where we would expect it. Pardon me, 7th house. It's happening in the 7th house here. But normally we would see near that, portion, we'd be like, okay, that's about the 9th house-ish area. Right? It's all good, guys. Just want you to, be like, hold on, how is Sagittarius on the house cusp twice, and Leo and Libra are both intercepted. And so are, Aries and Aquarius. It's okay, guys. Don't freak out. It's just that the further north you go, further south you go, there's only north or south, right? Further north you go, everything's only south, right? What'd you say?
I said, don't freak out.
Yeah, it is what it is. But 7th house is where this is taking place. And when it comes to relationships, guys, people may feel a little isolated near this region and any other regions within the Cancer zone. All right. And I'm glad, Brother Sean always chooses different locations, so to speak, so you guys can actually see how these things work out. So with that being said, guys, maybe a little isolated in your relationships, your interactions. Maybe beings are dealing with making sure that their loved ones, their significant other, isn't being falsely accused of things. So here may be a new beginning for people to actually look at the things that are occurring. Again, with the sun and moon being conjunct the nebula, another keyword for the nebula is swift judgment. So there may be a swift judgment being made that is relative to, one's consort or quote unquote spouse, right? If that's how you want to look at it. And with that being said, there are going to be some serious, evaluations that are going to take place, and those evaluations will be able to guide many in seeing the beauty in definitely possessing adequate witnessing if this is something that is going to help prevent someone's significant other from being isolated from population, or things of that nature. Another way of looking at it, hey, if you're someone who's looking to travel within this zone, really make sure when it comes to whatever quote unquote hotel or Airbnb or wherever you like to stay, be confident in making it feel like home for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or making it comfortable enough for you to just be able to relax therein. So with this new beginning here, if you're looking to travel with your loved one, make it a spot that's real cozy for you guys to enjoy yourselves and things of that nature. I know here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're still experiencing quote unquote summer. So right now near the Yakutat, um, near Yakutat, Alaska, they're probably still experiencing that land of the midnight sun kind of energy. All right. And this is taking place at about 1700 hours, 39 minutes, and 48 seconds. So, yeah, just very interesting to absolutely see this particular chart and to actually theorize in one's head that, you know, near this area, you would see the sun literally at midnight because the sun doesn't set. You know, the higher north you go, when the northern hemisphere is experiencing summer solstice. And with that, I yield the floor. Let's take it on to the eighth house, right? We're going on into the Gemini zone for the eighth house here, guys. All right. And naturally, eighth house, you know, sun and moon there having their divine matrimony in the moment. You know, I'm pretty sure this is going to tie it down for those that are near the Awa Samoa, right? Or Awa American Samoa, right? This is going to be tied to shared resources, shared finances pertaining to, you know, one another, bringing their energies together, right? Maybe even shared bank accounts, maybe some things dealing with so-called taxes and debts, right? However, specifically what it will be speaking on is, you know, observing maybe some documentation and or contracts that will now give beings a fresh start. And what you can do with that is really allow yourself to read all the fine print first, allow yourself to really comprehend everything that is within said documentation so you can make a very competent decision. This may be a decision that you may make where you're not going to renew a said contract because you see that ye and your loved one can be much better in utilizing your own energies to bring forth whatever it is that you would like to bring forth, or be able to make a decision that if you do decide to go forward with some kind of contract, you are making it be more than fair for yourself without feeling like you're under the thumb of some ironclad obligation. And with that, I yield the floor. And for me, finally, we're going to the sun's joy, the ninth house. The sun has his joy in the ninth, moon has his joy in the third. So here in the sun's joy in the Taurus zone, where we're going Port Vila, right? Vanuatu, right? Interestingly, and look, this is another situation where we're seeing the vertex like kind of closer, going more towards the Imoncelli, right? The IC, but it's there in the fifth house. That's because the latitude is 17 degrees south latitude, 44 minutes, which means it's within that 23-degree range between 0 and 23 degrees as far as being close to the equator. So the ascendant energy is way prominent here. All righty. And I know I haven't spoken on any of my testimonies of what's ruling the ascendant, but I will speak here. Saturn in the second house is just allowing us to really internalize our own value and self-esteem and be able to move forward and making the transformations necessary and being driven to those while this new moon is happening in the ninth house here for the Taurus zone and all other locations within the Taurus zone. This will be a moment for you to, yes, make that fresh start, fresh change that you would like to make. Pay attention to the details. However, when you're doing that, make sure your mind is really wrapped around the psychology pertaining to why you're doing what you're doing for yourself, not for someone else. And make sure that what it is that you are communicating to others is that you're confident in yourself. So that if anything pops up where it could be a moment of embarrassment or a moment where it feels like you would have to kind of second guess the decision that you're making here, you have no problem with going with the way that the wind may, change, as far as the direction. Wind may change its direction in which it's blowing there. So what you can be able to do is really just document, so to speak, or allow what you've studied prior to this new decision really come to the forefront in your mind and be expressed in your thinking and in the actions to show that you have your structure and moving forward solid. And with that, I yield the floor to our beloved brother, whom are well pleased, Brother Sean Email, as he goes in on the Aries zone. Islam.
All righty, so yeah, we are at the Aries zone, right? Looks like we are near Dobo, Indonesia. Corporation.
Dobo.
Right. Dobo. All right. It makes funny to think of Dobby, right? Mary Potter.
Islam.
Yeah, sun and moon in the 10th, right? Looky. The house cusp on 0 degrees. So yeah, it's like a new beginning here. With this new moon. So maybe we're planning some yeah, this is like for the career life. So maybe someone's about to receive like some kind of contract or some kind of opportunity when it comes to service. So maybe even seeing like something new when it comes to like how one is a service to government or like government service, right? So maybe like something foreign. So this is getting me is like it's giving me like that, like the checks and balances. Like it was funny, bro. Sign that video you had shared early in the chat. It's like the company they're actually having a people's police, to check the so-called police, which are really just policy enforcers, like actually checking in, like neighborhood watch, community watch, like the people actually getting together and deciding to enforce, right? And for those who are not, actually enforcing, being of service like they should, they're getting them out of there. And Sagittarius is on the rise at 7 degrees at a Libra degree. All right, Jupiter is definitely in the 6th house. Yeah, there's a change to those that deal with law and religion. There's a radical or sudden change that's occurring when it comes to the people and those that are authority, quote unquote. So those in authority, y'all, pardon my French language here, but y'all better get y'all shit together, man. Y'all better get y'all shits together. Cause man, yeah, justice is being served, justice is on the way. So for the people, this is best to, put the time and energy into studying and understanding law, doing the records request, and really just planning out things for the long term. So maybe some schools or universities are in the talks or in the works. And getting those who handle the finances, like for here, it's, Congress is supposed to lay and collect taxes and are holding over the resources. So making those not pitches, but making those demands with a analyzed and proper detailed plan, right? And making that after Mercury goes stations direct, which should be very soon with that here. So making these plans together to put out to those in authority and government so that the people get what they need, and that there's no more of this, there's not enough of this, and oh, we can't do that. This is like taking no for an answer. And for those who aren't, going to do their job, they shall be removed. This is like removing the good faith, as we went over. So guys, take yourself serious and be ready to move forward. With that, I yield the floor. All right, so now we're going to come back to the Pisces zone. All right. Now we are near Drong, Singapore. All right, we got Sun and Moon in the 11th. All right, so this is the house of technology, or some would like to say the future or the friend groups. So, and this is second from the 10th. So this is the values of the career or values of things that are long-term, right? As we talked about that the nebula earlier, all right? Think long-term and not just a short-term game. Because, what's really a short-term game or, something that's given if one doesn't have the necessary tools or mindset to really keep it and make it work for the long term. All right, and wow, Saturn is definitely trying that ascendant. All right, so yeah, maybe the people right near this are experiencing some delays when it either comes to love or when it comes to just how they view themselves, or even just really being able to be open to see things that are hidden, or maybe something about their approach or identity is off. But it's best to really value and learn how to start using their will, to bring these things to fruition or to manifestation. The partnerships are being transformed. Reviewing those contracts and waiting until Mercury stations directs to sign them. Maybe some are even going back over some previous contracts and are, seeing things different. All right. Because 8-2. So yeah, guys, just make the necessary plans and be prepared to make any necessary adjustments or changes that could come along. And setting the intentions for this new moon is best to plant. So that when time comes back around, I'm guessing probably like around when the sun hits Pisces, one can see their fruition, those seeds planted, so they can really harvest those. Or is it? Ours is in the 12th. So yeah, seeing the beauty and the things that are, hidden. And I think what folks call or term spirituality, quote unquote, they really see that it wasn't all those things that it was publicized or made cool to be. They'll actually really see that it's simple, and that when things are overcomplicated, it makes it look more appealing or more cool. But getting back into the basics and the details. With that, I yield the floor. And we'll get into the final. All right. So boom. Aquarius zone. We are near Negombo, Sri Lanka. All right, guys. That's definitely going down on the holy day for you guys. Sun and moon is definitely in the 12th. And this is it's 700 hours, 9 minutes, 48 seconds. So guys, make sure y'all really, taking the time to either meditate or maybe journal, or even just doing things to not only clean up your, your physical temple, right? But I'm getting it, yeah, maybe even cleaning up the bedroom, maybe finding some things too. One was looking for maybe like a book of some sort, or something is going to be found. I'm not really sure as what, but I would say to clean one's bedroom, clean one's spot up, and also clean your own temple. And some things are sure to be found. Venus is ruling over this chart. All right, 11 houses away from the ascendant. So, pardon. And also ruling over the 8th. So yeah, maybe some things are being given, or an opportunity is being presented, like something foreign. So if one, let's say they're going to school for like cybersecurity, I don't know why cybersecurity comes up, something that's opposite of cybersecurity that they might not think would be valuable, they can actually take that opportunity to further and deepen their resources and their goals to work with that. Yeah, let's see, 2014. Wow, Venus at the Taurian degree too. So yeah, it's then back to finances and self-worth. So And Mercury is definitely trying to ace us. So I think for those that are in partnerships or those that are entrepreneurs, they'll be able to have some conversations. Probably even via like a Zoom call with that Mercury being at 8 degrees, Scorpion degree. Things that have been not shown or now coming to the front. So pay attention to the inner dialogue and thoughts that are coming up for you guys. All right, and I think with that, I will yield the floor. So I'm gonna bring us back here, bro. Flip that up. Right.
Indeed, Islam.
So Virgo new moon at about let's say about the 14th, 15th. So let's say the third. Oh, today's at 4. So yeah, about 11 days. To see that. So yeah, just be excited. If new moons are planning for that. So I think a lot of things will have to start, shifting from now here on out. Yeah, I think those that are in these seats of power or government, they're about to be removed. If it's not by the people, it's going to be by the divine. It's going to be by nature. But the people can really, take charge of themselves. Things can move a lot quicker. With that, like things gonna be brought out. That's that the nebula. This makes me want to like think of like the Michael Jackson meme where he's like eating the popcorn, kind of watching that. So things are definitely about to unfold for the better. So for those that are service, be about the people, be honorable. And one won't really have to worry about changing. I yield, bro. You got anything?
Well, I'm just gonna share with the people that, hey, check it out. Even though like it's just a lot going on, right? We did chapter 28 last night, right? For AstroCivics Sunday. Today we just now completed our Intuition Monday for the new moon in Virgo. We know next day, Tuesday, we have at 12 Pacific, right? 3 Eastern, that would be 2 Central, adjust your time zones accordingly. Lawful Living, Friends-in-Law Bible Study, right? If you're new to that, you're only going to get your newbie questions in on Tuesdays now because I think Malika's changed it up for Thursdays. All right. And then later on Tuesday night, as Brother Sean said, will be featured on Office Hours with Dr. G to go over Reiki, the body, and astrology. Brother Sean will be presenting his expertise pertaining to Reiki, and I'll be giving my bit of 2 cents, so to speak, with looking at those energies pertaining to Reiki and medical astrology, because to me it's all one. It's all right together. However, we know that we're speaking to a people who may not have the experience with certain literatures as we do. However, all at the same time, we trust that we'll be able to share things with you guys that you will be able to enjoy as we make these comparisons and do some, some simple explanations and terminologies that seem to not be threatening and over your head because we are speaking technical. So we do our best to not be so technical in our speech. I don't want to offend anybody being technical. I'm just kidding. Wednesday is our intuition. Wednesday is our 7-day tropical medical astro weather report. Thursday, again, Friends-in-Law Bible Study at Lawful Living, right? The Jurisprudence Gym, as we call it. Friday is our impromptu improv, where we go into Article 4, I think. We're on Article 4 now for the Zodiac Constitution on Friday, and then Saturday is this right in front of your eyes. The universally professional astrology community presents Astrology Concepts Discussion, right? This is your Astrology Concepts Correction discussion, guys. For the 9th September 2023, right? You have this one, and you have one more, right? On the 16th of September. And then, you know, for those 4 Saturdays from the 23rd, the 30th, the 7th, and the 14th will be the workshop. Alrighty, self-healing and community building, which we'll be promoting tomorrow night or Tuesday night on office hours with Dr. G, so you guys can get into that. We have quite a few things going on for everybody.
Always going
Alrighty. Yes, I mean, being active is not an issue, honestly. It's just a matter of you know, the people really taking advantage of that which we're presenting. All righty. Again, it's free for members. It's Saturday at noon until about 1400 Eastern. So that's only 2 hours, from 1200 to 1400 Eastern, right? Adjust your time zones accordingly for when you can show. For members, of course, if you have already joined TUPAC or you would like to join TUPAC, it is 250 units via CashApp. As you can see, you do see a symbol or what you call $, OurAstrologyStreet. Join TUPAC for a lifetime, right? An astrological community that has its foundation pertaining to true world's past recorded, what some people call history. But we're going to, you know, history's, you know, a term that I'm not really going to, you know, say. I'm going to call it times past, you know, what the time that has passed, right? That has been recorded, past recordings. All righty. That's our foundation. It's solid. You know, anyone can join, you know, just necessarily have to be Moorish American. However, you know, if you are Moorish American, come ready to further embrace your culture. And really, Moorish American, you know, is basically a Moorish scientist, and Moorish science is astrology and cosmology. It is AstroCivics, and it's really meant for everyone on the planet to enjoy while honoring their ancient foremothers and forefathers, so that their days may be long upon the earth and land. All right, that's it. That's all. All righty. So that's how that goes. With that being said, it's going to take place on Zoom, guys, as you can see. You know, if you sign up via the website, you guys can, you know, it's multiple ways to get to our website, either through our, you know, Instagram, 7 Hill Star, OurAstrologyStreet on Instagram also. And if you are here on YouTube, right, as you can see, when you go to YouTube and you see what it is that we have there, 7 Hill Star, all rights reserved YouTube channel, 7hillstar.com can be accessed through that link there also. And guys, by next Monday, right, because this is episode 396, so to speak, that we're on. This is our 396 presentation today. Next Friday, that means we will be at 400 videos, guys. Next Monday, 400 videos. All righty. So share it out with your loved ones. I mean, there's more than enough to learn from when it comes to us. I mean, we've really been going in. It's not just videos, it's just going over nothing. You know, it's videos that you can actually benefit from, guys. You know, so 400 videos by next Monday? Sheesh. Yo.
Gotta be
definitely be busy. You're hilarious, bro. So yeah, what'd you say, bro?
I was doing one song. Gotta be. I mean, almost 400 videos. Woo.
Yeah.
Why? We need like our own Netflix.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's by next Monday, man. 400 videos by the next Intuition Monday, man. Next Intuition Monday will be video number 400. Seriously, bro. I was looking at that this morning. I was like, wow, man. I can remember when we was like, this is episode 300. I remember that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, this is gonna be
Episode
like
300.
100 for Intuition Monday. I think maybe sometime in October, I think it'll be like 100. So it's like, yeah, we've been going in like, giving the people what they need. Shout out to those who actually value and appreciate it, who show up, or whether it's in the live or they actually watch the videos, after we go live. Because there's a lot of people that don't take themselves serious, So shout out to those who take themselves serious. That's it's, I guess it's scary for some to actually take themselves serious and be responsible for their lives, and actually to do things different from the social media animal husbandry training that has been occurring for so long.
Yeah.
Not only, through the families, but the previous families that's, been occurring, as they would say, like generation after generation. Because as I really just kind of sit back and, observe, and I'll, just think to myself, and just have those silent moments, it's like, wow. First off, we the best. That's what I got to say. Like, look,
we're the best.
You know what I'm saying? We give the truth. We don't water anything down. We don't, do the things that most are aesthetically pleasing to the most people in order to get some views, in order to, get these different type of things. We stay on the high road. We don't go to the low road, because that's a lot of low road things, going on, but we know where people are at, but we are firm and we will stand on what we know is right and what Prophet Noble Drew Ali about. Right, a lot of people won't really talk about that, but we keep them at our forefront of our mind. Like, we are in this tunnel vision, when it comes to what we do. We're doing something 7 days out of the strong, whether it's civics or it's jurisprudence, or we're going over the Zodiac Constitution, we're going over the Holy Quran. You really want to see too many folks actually really go over that on the internet. It's like they want to either gatekeep or they want to, look some kind of way. But 7 Hill Star, y'all better really recognize and really see what's before you and what's really going on. Like, we the best, and nobody's doing how we do it. We have been, I would say, making history, and will continue to make history. And it's funny because I just keep having this vision, like when we read I think it's the first letter, and it's like where our people thought it was a joke and unreal. Like, that's what I literally see, and it's like folks are gonna be calling and asking, and bro, I think you said like last sun cycle. I don't remember the name of that song, but it's like, I put my phone do not disturb. Like, that's what I'm just seeing. For me,
Manny Wells, do not disturb. Yes.
It's like, nah, don't come around now. Like, how long I've been saying you Moorish American? How you need to study this astrology, take yourself serious, and y'all just thought it was a joke and unreal. But now y'all are seeing from the nations that this is the only sole foundation. Don't call me. Better go watch them videos. How you?
Islam, man. Islam.
Shut up, McReal. What up, man?
Streaming live in the chat. That's good.
Oh yeah, he over TikTok live. What up, McReal, man?
Okay, yeah, what's good, bro? It's interesting too, man. To see, where we are, where we're going. We have so much going on, as far as like, we still have clothing that we, that's being provided, be it to little fundraising platforms, be it bonfires. So you go to like 7 Hill Star Instagram and go, click the link tree, see what's in there. All right. Is that, man, we provide a lot for the people. We really do. Then, we have the first astrology coloring book ever. You know what I'm saying? I think I gotta get, it's funny, I might have to get another printer, or gotta really find this printer cord. I can't find my printer cord. But and we do need financial support. We need finance, and we need it bad. Never before we needed finance as badly as we do at present. So that we may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. So, and we're able to do that by making sure we have our tools updated. Have better computers, better printers, other tools. So there are a few beings out there that do contribute when they can contribute. You know what I'm saying? And we get it. However, at the end of the day, there is more. We would like more of y'all to contribute. Maybe prioritize a little differently. Some things that you would not let yourself go without, that you exchange your finances for. You know what I'm saying? And those things may not actually be helpful. They may be more, they may destroy you. It may be, something that is destructive, actually. So it is what it is. However, Brother Tyro says, peace and love, everyone. Peace and greetings, Brother Tyro. Mother Sahar says, peace and greetings to all. Open 642 says, greetings to you, Mother. Mother Sahar says, remove them all. Indeed. Mother Sahar says, check out Brother Hassan and Brother Sean, right? Indeed, Mother. And she says, wow, congratulations. Mother Sahar says, congratulations to us. Thank you so much, Mother Sahar. We appreciate you always. And with that being said, guys, look, go and get yourself some victuals. I'm going to go and get me some fruit and enjoy that, and further drink some more water, right? And herbal tea and all those other things, right? And go enjoy my loved ones, guys. Like I said, it's so much that we got going on. It's like maybe just one day we just need to come on alive and just be like, this is what we have for the community. It's just a live that's just going to present. This is what we got going on. This is where you can find this here. This is where you can find this there. Like, I think that does deserve a live on its own, because we have a lot. That's why I said, go to Seven Hill Stars Instagram and click the link tree. That alone, you'll see like that's where Prophet Noble Drew Ali University can be easily accessed. Both the fundraisers for the clothes, even though Bonfire, whatever they're doing with the decal and stuff like that, I just noticed, after about a year or so, because I'm gonna be upfront and saying this is fundraiser clothing or whatever. I think the hoodies are good, the material's good. You know what I mean? I think it's 90% cotton, 10% polyester or whatever. Because all we did was we just gave a photo for them to actually put on there. But I think after a while, maybe about after a year or a few washes, whatever's on it just kind of comes off. That's what I've recognized for myself also with the hoodie, the purple hoodie that I have or whatever. So maybe eventually we'll get to a point where we have our own way of pressing our own, shirts and things of that nature. But for right now, we're still utilizing Bonfire. But I wanted to put that out there. But that's what we have there. I know. Why would I say that if you need people to look, guys? Just being honest, that's what we've been providing for quite a few years, about 3 maybe, pertaining to that Bonfire situation. It's been about 3 years. And with that being said, man, you can get access to not only Prophet Noble Drew Ali University, the clothing, 7heelstar.com, as far as the different things that we offer there, and so much more, guys. So much more. So with that being said, Brother Sean, any last comments, questions, and/or suggestions? Once, twice, and thrice.
Nope, I think we all said. Like I said, all the readings are, still discounted to the 13th, but yeah, maybe we should. And going on that, because we have a lot. It's like, it's really like no limit. You know what I'm saying? It's like the no limit astro, and what we can really do with just not only astrology but so many other things. So yeah, we just gonna keep doing what we doing. Like, it ain't no stopping. It's no slowing down. It's only picked up. So yeah, shout out to all y'all. And yeah, that's about it for me, bro.
And like Brother Sean said, guys, for his solar return, return, he's giving you guys 32% off of anything that he's offering on 7 Star, guys. You better jump on that. I'm telling y'all, jump on it. See what Brother Sean has. Okay, he's really good at what he does. All right. As you guys will also see when we on Office Hours with Dr. G Tuesday night, you'll be able to see a lot more and hear a lot more of what Brother Sean can contribute to the entire planet in terms of Reiki, right? Because he's a level 4 Reiki master. He's very, underspoken about that skill, but I think you guys are going to get a lot more tomorrow night, all right? So with that being said, guys, this is where we say we love you all, and we say on behalf of myself, Brother Hassan Ghazi Bay, Brother Sean Aline L, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay, Brother Corey Bay, the Exalted Cyclops, and Brother R. Muava Bay. This is where we say, indeed, this is where we say to you all, namaste, 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 Islam, 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 y'all. Peace out.